Question number 1. When a teacher practices professional ethics, which of the following he or she is not likely to do? Letter A. Shares an outstanding outcome of undertaking with others. Letter B. Maintain cordial relationship with his colleagues. Letter C. Respects his superiors. Or letter D. Engages in gossips. Correct answer is letter D. Engages in gossips. Question number 2. The child's concept of right and wrong is based on external criteria laid down by adults during the stage of pre-conventional morality. This based on the ideas of A. Piaget, B. Kohlberg, C. Erikson, D. Freud. Correct answer is letter B. Kohlberg. Question number 3. Teacher Betty is convinced that whenever a student performs a desired behavior, provide reinforcement and soon the student learns to perform the behavior on his own. On which principle is Teacher Betty's conviction based? Letter A. Environmentalism. Letter B. Cognitivism. Letter C. Behaviorism. Or letter D. Constructivism. Correct answer is letter C. Behaviorism. Question number 4. In Bandura's social learning theory, it states that children often imitate those who 1. Have substantial influence over their lives. 2. Belong their peer group. 3. Belong to the race. 4. Are successful and seem admired. Letter A. 4 only. Letter B. 1 and 2. Letter C. 1 and 4. Or letter D. 2 and 4. Correct answer is letter C. 1 and 4. Question number 5. According to Erikson, what years are critical for the development of self-confidence? Letter A. High school years. Letter B. Elementary school years. Letter C. College years. Or letter D. Preschool years. Correct answer is letter B. Elementary school years. Question number 6. Learning is the process of retrieving prior learning. This is a statement from letter A. Constructivist. Letter B. Progressivist. Letter C. Reconstructivist. Or letter D. Empiricist. Correct answer is letter A. Constructivist. Question number 7. An integrative, conceptual approach introduced by Rockie that has as its highest levels in the development of blank thinking skills. Letter A. Interpretive. Letter B. Critical. Letter C. Creative. Or letter D. Literal. Correct answer is letter B. Critical. Question number 8. If a student thinks about thinking, he is involved in the process called blank. Letter A. Higher order thinking. Letter B. Metacognition. Letter C. Critical thinking. Or letter D. Creative thinking. Correct answer is letter B. Metacognition. Question number 9. The use of drills in the classroom is rooted on Thorndike law of letter A. Readiness. Letter B. Exercise. Letter C. Effect. Or letter D. Belongingness. Correct answer is letter B. Exercise. Question number 10. A test consists of a graph showing the relationship between age and population. Following it is a series of true-false items based on the graph. Which type of test does this illustrate? Letter A. Laboratory exercise. Letter B. Performance. Letter C. Problem solving. Or letter D. Interpretive. Correct answer is letter D. Interpretive. Question number 11. Which curricular move served to strengthen spiritual and ethical values? Letter A. Integration of creative thinking in all subject. Letter B. Reducing the number of subject areas into the skills subject. Letter C. Introduction of values education as separate subject area. Or letter D. Reintroducing science as all subject in grade 1. Correct answer is letter C. Introduction of values education as separate subject area. Question number 12. A teacher notices glaring wrong pronunciation of vowel sounds among her students, necessitating more practice. Which of the following activities would be of help? Letter A. Dictionary. Letter B. Assignment. Letter C. Review. Or letter D. Drill. Correct answer is letter D. Drill. Question number 13. Teacher Verna teaches English as a second language. She uses vocabulary cards, fill-in-the-blanks sentences, dialogues, dictation and writing exercises in teaching a lesson about grocery shopping. Based on this information, which of the following is a valid conclusion? Letter A. The teacher wants to make her teaching easier by having less talk. Letter B. The teacher emphasizing reading and writing skills. Letter C. The teacher is applying Bloom hierarchy of cognitive learning. Or letter D. The teacher is teaching in a variety of ways because not all students learn in the same manner. Correct answer is letter D. The teacher is teaching in a variety of ways because not all students learn in the same manner. Question number 14. Teacher Samantha, an experienced teacher, does daily review of past lessons in order to: letter A. Introduce a new lesson. Letter B. Reflect on how she presented the previous lessons. Letter C. Provide her pupils with a sense of continuity. Or letter D. Determine who among her pupils are studying. Correct answer is letter C. Provide her pupils with a sense of continuity. Question number 15. I combined several subject areas in order to focus on a single concept for interdisciplinary teaching. Which strategy did I use? Letter A. Reading writing activity. Letter B. Thematic introduction. Letter C. Unit method. Or letter D. Problem-centered learning. Correct answer is letter B. Thematic introduction. Question number 16. The program that uses older children to assist teachers in facilitating learning is called: letter A. Self-appraisal. Letter B. Model programming. Letter C. Peer helpers. Or letter D. Computer-assisted instruction. Correct answer is letter C. Peer helpers. Question number 17. This involved any action taken following a response that increased the probability that the response will occur again. Letter A. Principle of reinforcement. Letter B. Principle of behaviorism. Letter C. Principle of functionalism. Or letter D. Principle of constructivist. Correct answer is letter A. Principle of reinforcement. Question number 18. It is less interactive and requires relatively shorter period of time to cover content. Which teaching method is described? Letter A. Inductive. Letter B. Deductive. Letter C. Both inductive and deductive. Or letter D. Both but more deductive. Correct answer is letter B. Deductive. Question number 19. According to Tolman theory on purposive behaviorism, learning is goal-directed. What is its implication to teaching? Letter A. Evaluate lessons based on your objective. Letter B. Set as many objectives as you can. Letter C. Stick to your objectives no matter what happens. Or letter D. Make the objective of your lesson clear and specific. Correct answer is letter A. Evaluate lessons based on your objective. Question number 20. Which is the ideal stage of moral development? Stage of blank. Letter A. Social contract. Letter B. Universal ethical principle. Letter C. Law and order. Or letter D. Good boy, good girl. Correct answer is letter B. Universal ethical principle.